Wasn't that deep. She said she could handle it. She said, God will understand. But now, she's crying over a man God never sent. Her story is not just hers, it's ours.
God. How did I get here?
She had prayed, she had fasted, she'd done everything the books, the sermons, and the devotionals told her to do. But she was still single, still waiting, still feeling invisible in a world that screams, "You're behind."
Dear God. It's me again. Another wedding invite. Another baby shower. Another night alone. I'm happy for them, really. But what about me? Am I not enough yet? I serve you. I've stayed pure. I didn't settle. But God. This silence? It's getting loud.
She wasn't questioning God's power. She was questioning his memory. Had he forgotten her?
I serve you. I've stayed pure. I didn't settle. But God. This silence? It's getting loud.
She wasn't questioning God's power. She was questioning his memory. Had he forgotten her?
I feel stuck. Like everyone else is moving forward and I'm just here. Praying. Waiting. Watching life pass me by.
Girl, maybe this is your preparation season.
Tasha, it's been 4 years. How long does it take to prepare one person? Am I not worth loving yet? Am I still a lesson? I am whole. I am enough. God has a plan for me.
It's hard to believe the promise when the process feels like punishment. And in that place, between faith and frustration, is where many of us fall.
I don't even want a man anymore. I just don't want to be lonely.
And that's where the enemy speaks loudest, when desire turns into desperation. When waiting becomes weariness. When trusting God becomes tiring. And just when she was ready to give up, he showed up. And she told herself,
maybe this is God answering me. Finally.
She stops at a DM notification. The profile pic shows a clean-cut guy with a Bible verse in his bio. God's timing is perfect, Romans 8:28. Message: Hey Queen, I came across your profile, and I just had to say, there's something different about you. I see the glow of God on your life. Keep shining.
Girl. Random guy just messaged me. Bible quoting, church going, fine, and respectful. This might be it.
Okay. Did God confirm it though?
Well, he didn't say no.
That's how the enemy hooks us sometimes. Not with sin, but with almost spiritual texts from him. How was church? What are you reading in the Word lately? I've been praying for a Proverbs 31 woman, and then I saw you. He spoke the language. She mistook the dialect for direction. And in a moment of emotional vulnerability, she chose signs over silence.
Cousin. He's different. Mature. Ambitious. He wants to lead. He literally said the word covering, girl.
But have you prayed about it?
I mean, I've been praying for a man like this. So maybe this is the answer. Sometimes God answers through people, right?
Yes, but not every voice that quotes scripture is sent by the shepherd.
I didn't want to miss what God might be doing. I was tired of always overthinking. So this time, I just flowed.
For the first time in a long time, Lisa felt seen. Not just noticed, but pursued. And not just pursued, but pursued with purpose.
You ever notice how Ruth didn't chase Boaz? She just worked the field, and he saw her. That's how I feel about you, Lisa.
Wow. That's deep.
He knew the scriptures. He knew the right words. And she wanted so badly to believe that maybe, this was it.
I mean, who else prays over you in the morning, sends cash for lunch, and asks about your spiritual gifts? This felt different.
But what feels different doesn't always mean it's divine. Because spiritual language isn't the same as spiritual leadership.
Keep your eyes open. Charm fades. Character stays. Tasha always thinks too much. She's probably just being overprotective. Not everything has to be a test.
Next time you should cook for me. I'll bring dessert, and maybe stay over. Not like we'll do anything crazy. You trust yourself, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're both grown. We know our limits.
That's the trap. When the godly talk makes us trust the ungodly compromise. When comfort overrides conviction.
I like him. But why do I feel unsure sometimes? Maybe it's just fear. Maybe I'm self-sabotaging.
Sometimes the soul speaks before the spirit shouts. But she wasn't listening, not yet. A message from Mark reads, "We'll talk later. I'm with family, chill, no emoji, no explanation."
What? Let me video call Tasha now. This can't be true.
The same voice that once made her heart skip, now made her stomach drop. Something was shifting, not in the spirit, but in his tone.
Hey girl.
He used to pray over me. Now he barely replies. One word answers. And when I asked if we're still on the same page spiritually, he said, "Why does everything gotta be that deep?"
Lisa. Sis. You're not dating his potential. You're dating his patterns.
But every relationship goes through hard seasons. Maybe this is our warfare. The devil attacks what God ordains, right?
Or maybe, the devil disguises what our loneliness desperately wants to label as God's plan. Mark cancels calls last minute, leaving messages on read, showing up emotionally unavailable. But when she pulls back, he love bombs. Just been stressed. Don't overthink. You're the only one I vibe with. Don't ruin a good thing. Lisa sighs, pauses, smiles faintly, types back, "Okay, I get it. Just felt off lately." She silenced her discernment to preserve his attention. She labeled dysfunction as a process. And worst of all, she called it faith.
If the relationship is making you feel more confused than covered, it's probably not from God.
No. God wouldn't bring him this far just to drop him. Every promise is tested first, right?
She wasn't clinging to Mark. She was clinging to what she hoped Mark represented, answered prayer. When God doesn't remove it, sometimes he waits for us to release it. And that night, Lisa finally whispered what her pride never wanted to say.
God. I'm tired of pretending I'm okay. If this isn't your will, help me let go. Even if it hurts. She presses send. Hey. I think we need a break. I'm not sure this is where God is leading me. Message delivered. He stares at the screen. No reply.
She thought it would bring peace. But silence came first.
Lisa in bed alone. No texts. No calls. Just stillness. She checks her phone. No notifications. She reaches for her Bible. Then pulls her hand back. Temptation whispers, just check his Instagram. He moved on that fast. Mark's new story. Him laughing with another girl. Caption, good vibes only. Lisa's hand shakes. She locks her phone and drops it on the bed.
The break didn't break him. It broke her, not because she lost him, but because she gave him pieces of herself God never told her to give.
God. I really thought this was you.
But it wasn't God. It was the version of love she created to quiet the loneliness he was trying to heal. Healing didn't happen overnight, but somewhere between the silence and the surrender, something broke. Not her, the soul tie.
I thought God was being silent. But he was being kind. I thought I was losing love. But I was gaining wisdom. I thought I was alone. But I was never abandoned.
It wasn't rejection, it was redirection. It wasn't punishment. It was protection. And now, she could see clearly.
God didn't take him away to break my heart. He took him away to keep my future intact. I thought I needed him. But what I really needed was healing. I needed to stop calling loneliness confirmation. I needed to stop thinking every man who quoted scripture was sent by God. To the woman watching this, still in that situationship you're trying to call a blessing. You know what I learned? God won't compete with your fantasy. He'll wait until you are ready to choose peace over potential, obedience over emotion, purpose over pressure.
Have you ever confused your will for God's will in a relationship? Comment your story below. You never know who it might help. If this spoke to your spirit, share it, because someone you love is calling a distraction destiny. Don't let them find out the hard way. And to every single woman watching, God isn't withholding. He's protecting. Wait well. Love will come, but His will first. Like this video if you've ever chosen your will over God's will, but came out wiser. Comment below with your story or a lesson that changed everything. Share this with your girls, your group chat, or that friend stuck in a soul tie. Subscribe for more real, healing stories every week, because you deserve love that's aligned with heaven, not just your heart.